Welcome to the Prosper Project, the show that helps entrepreneurs build brands that impact the world and the bottom line. We know that success doesn't come in a one-size-fits-all package. That's why we're bringing you adaptable marketing strategies along with valuable insights from inspiring changemakers, firebrands, and visionaries. I'm Lorraine Sugart, founder of the disruptive brand agency Prosper for Purpose. Now for this week's episode. Hello, and welcome to my first solo episode of Season 2 of the Prosper Project. Today, I want to talk about my top 3 business growth strategies for 2023. But first, I want to quickly revisit last year at this time when I shared my top 3 strategies for 2022. My first recommendation was a networking strategy. Whether you joined an in-person or online group or you reached out individually to build your network, I believed there was a great opportunity to build new connections and strengthen existing relationships. My second recommendation was to create a long-form content strategy, whether it be a blog, a podcast, or a video that would also fuel the content for your social media and email outreach. And my third recommendation was to leverage publicity, from appearing on podcasts to doing social media exchanges, as well as traditional media, in order to build your brand visibility. I still believe that all 3 of these strategies are important and that you should be implementing them. But the market continues to change, and so this year my recommendations are aimed at helping you think bigger to grow bigger. They're also strategies that will stand the test of time regardless of what happens in the future. So what are my top 3 recommended strategies for 2023? My first recommendation is to forget the philosophy, the riches are in the niches, and create a strategy to grow your market. This year, and I believe for several years to come, a better philosophy is to look at your total available market, also known as your total addressable market, or TAM or TAM. This refers to the maximum size of the opportunity for a particular product or service. In other words, if every single person who could potentially find value in your product or service purchased it, how big would that market be? Now, no one is going to get 100% of any given market, but the question is, how do you get a bigger piece of that market? For example, let's say I sell high-end copy machines and my territory is 1 zip code. I've noticed that my clients are holding onto their machines for longer and my sales are dropping. I found out that there are actually 40,000 businesses in my zip code, which means my total available market is 40,000. I have only a small portion of that market because I've built my business selling to companies that pay $10,000 or more for a copy machine every 3 years. That is my serviceable available market, or SAM. Let's say there are only 10,000 companies out of the 40,000 that spend $10,000 on copy machines, and not all of them buy from me. In fact, my client roster is only 20% of that market due to competition. With new sales down, I decide to expand my market by selling $2,000 and $5,000 copiers. Now, instead of a $10,000 prospect or 10,000 prospect market, I have a market of 25,000 prospective clients. Ask yourself how you can apply this strategy to your business. What can you do to get a bigger market share? Are there new products or services that you can create? Perhaps you have a 12-month program that you can break down into 12 self-paced courses that you can sell. Perhaps you market to a specific audience like teachers, and you can expand your services or products to the homeschooling market. This is an example of how you can apply creativity and innovation to grow your business in uncertain times. Another way to grow your business is to improve your marketing. That brings us to my second recommendation, a comprehensive marketing strategy that supports business goals. This is the year to throw out the old marketing plan that rarely changes from year to year and start fresh. And unless you are a marketer, the best thing to do is to bring in an expert who can take a 10,000-foot view of your business, discuss your business goals, and help you create that strategic marketing plan that will provide you a roadmap to growth. I work with clients every year to do just that. Here's what we do. We look at the last 3 years of financials and current business goals. We audit all external communications to see what is working and what isn't. We evaluate available human and financial resources for implementation, whether it's staff or outsourcing or hiring an agency. And only after all of this do we create the strategy. Why? Because otherwise the strategy will fail. You can have a great strategy, but if you don't have the resources to implement, it's not a great strategy for you. If your strategy contains things you've done before that just don't work, you need to understand whether the problem was the strategy or the implementation. It is very hard to be able to be this objective about your own business. So if you can, invest in help. And if you cannot, follow the steps I just mentioned, making tweaks to your current strategy while setting aside funds each month to hire someone as soon as you can. I want you to know that your marketing strategy doesn't have to be a January through December strategy. It can start anytime and be as long as you need, just preferably 6 months or longer. So you could have an April to March strategy or a September to February strategy. Start where you are, when you can, and just go from there. Now, I do want to take just a moment to talk about choosing a marketing strategist. There are no official qualifications necessary for anyone to call themselves a marketing strategist. Not one. Which means the onus is on you to find out what education, skills, and experience the consultant you are considering brings to the table. I posted a quote recently that said we should take the same approach to choosing someone to help us grow our business that we would use in choosing a surgeon. I'm not kidding. Education, skills, and experience matter in the operating room, and they matter in your business. Okay, now for my top strategy. Focus on your brand. A comprehensive and sustainable brand strategy is the best thing you can do for your business. First and foremost, this includes a true awareness of your brand promise, essentially what you say about your company to the world and what the world is telling you in return about how well you live up to what you say about yourself. Brand strategy, like public relations, is about relationships with all of your stakeholders. Most of us think of branding in regard to what will attract new clients to our business. And that's part of it, but your brand is comprised of how well known you are, how liked you are, and how trusted you are to deliver what you promise. To your clients, to your employees, to your partners, and yes, to your prospects. I was once brought into a corporation to create a marketing campaign. I asked if I could do stakeholder interviews, and when I gathered some employees together and started talking with them, I heard about all the things they felt the company was doing wrong. These were not happy employees. I went back to the leadership team and told them that I could create the best marketing campaign ever created. But if hundreds of employees were talking to their family and friends with as much candor as they had with me, that campaign would be wasted. We all want our employees to be our biggest fans, to tell others what a good company we run and how we inspire them to bring their best to work. but we can never assume that that is happening. We need to be asking. Your brand is your reputation. It takes a long time to build, but only a moment to damage. Protect it, care for it, and help it grow. Public relations is all about building stakeholder relationships. That is why I believe PR strategists make the best brand consultants. We're strong writers. Many of us have journalism degrees and have worked in media. We understand internal and external communications, and even more importantly, how they work together. This season on the Prosper Project, I'll be talking a whole lot more about business growth, marketing, brand, and PR. I hope you'll join me. In the meantime, if you'd like a free, no-commitment consultation to learn how Team Prosper and I can help your business, contact us at connect@prosperforpurpose.com. Thanks for listening. At Prosper for Purpose, we have a team of strategists and storytellers who are experienced marketers, accredited PR counselors, and published writers with an average of 16 years of experience. To find out what we can do for you, email connect@prosperforpurpose.com and put free consult in the subject line. Someone from our team will respond within 24 hours.